to be showing you how to make pupusas, which is a food from El Salvador.
These are some of the ingredients being prepped. This is pork, and what it has is tomatoes, red bell peppers, onion, garlic, and a little bit of a California chili pod pepper. So these are them. You can buy them at Rayleigh's or the Mexican market, La Superior or Northgate. And it has salt, oregano, and some pepper. Here we have the refried beans. I should probably lower that a little bit. And these, I'm using black beans, but you can really use anything that you have on hand. Pinto beans, red beans, really anything. And you just kind of let the water evaporate a little bit, and so that they have the consistency to go inside a pupusa. So at this point, I'm gonna lower the flame to low and just let it simmer here until they reach a more solid consistency so they can go inside a pupusa. Okay, now we have our ingredients ready. We have our masa, which came from the maseca instant corn masa, and you want to get it, you just add water, and you want to get it to a consistency that is moldable, and you will just be using your hands because that's how you're going to make the pupusas. If I had to describe it, I would describe it thicker than cake batter, but softer than Play-Doh. So you want to make sure that it is plenty of moisture, because if your masa is too hard to dry, then your pupusas are going to crack, or they're going to come out too dry once they're cooking. We have our beans, our refried beans that we made. We have our cheese. I didn't talk about the cheese, but this is cheese. This has loroco in it, which is a Salvadorian flour. You can buy it at La Superior as well, the Mexican market, or yes, that's pretty much it. And this is our pork that I showed you earlier when it was cooking. Now it has been put through the food processor. Same with the cheese, it got put through the food processor. You can use any kind of cheese. You can use cotija cheese mixed with Monterey Jack. You can use queso fresco mixed with Monterey Jack. This is a Salvadorian cheese that I bought in San Francisco, mixed with the flour that I also bought in San Francisco. And then we have our water and oil, and once we start making the pupusas, you'll see how that is used. Pupusas are served with the curtido and salsa, and the curtido is just cabbage, carrots, and you can see what's in there. Red cabbage, regular cabbage, carrots, and there's a little bit of oregano, salt, and I season it with, it's always seasoned with vinegar, but I use a mixture of balsamic vinegar and white wine vinegar. So those are the two mixtures of vinegar, and then I usually just let it sit for half a day or longer, and longer it's better. And yeah, so then we're ready to start, and we are going to make them in a griddle like that. I also want to mention that we have pork, but you can easily use chicken, or you can use any other kind of meat that you like. There are even some fish pupusas in El Salvador if you like seafood. The cheese, I oftentimes make it either plain, or you can add zucchini, you can add spinach, you can add really any vegetable that you want. But with zucchini, it's really good. You just have to be a little bit careful with the moisture of the zucchini. So usually with zucchini, shred your zucchini first, and then soak up the moisture with a paper towel, and then you can add it to your cheese that has been either grated or put through a food processor. That way the moisture of the zucchini doesn't affect the cheese. But yeah, you can, the cheese is really, it's really versatile because you can really mix all kinds of different vegetables with it. My favorite is zucchini, but we have added asparagus to the cheese. We have used spinach, and to make vegetarian like pupusas, not vegan obviously because of the cheese, but you can make lots of things with it. If you are vegan though, you can use the beans and you can add vegetables to that, shredded zucchini, shredded asparagus, and they are also really good.
Okay, so here's how you make a pupusa. You're gonna grab a little bit of dough, as little as you want, and back and make it into a little ball. Like that. And then once you have it into a ball, it doesn't have to be a perfect ball. Flatten it out. And then you take whatever ingredients you think would suit going into it. I'm grabbing a little bit of cheese because cheese is my favorite. And then once you have it in there like that, you take the sides and you put them in the middle, just the sides, so that it looks like that. If it starts sticking to your hands, put some water on it. After you put the sides into the middle, you take the excess off, put it in there. Put it into a ball. More water. Ooh, see the crack? If the cracks appear, just get some water and put it over it, and it will be like it was never even there. Then once you're done putting it into a ball, flatten it out. Put a little bit of oil on it before you set it onto the pan, though. Uh-oh.
El agua.
Water.
Performing surgery on a pupusas.
Some of them might turn out like this, but it's fine. They're still always tasty. And yeah, just set it on the pan. Yeah. At restaurants, you'll see them perfectly round and stuff, but the shape does not matter. And remember to flip them too.
Yes, we'll flip them. And they are delicious regardless of their shape, right?
Though the cheese ones do take a little bit longer than usual.
Don't worry if the contents start to spill out, it just makes them better. And finally there they are. There are two that are ready and ready to be garnished with curtido and salsa on the side. And again, that's pickled cabbage. Enjoy! Lastly, we just wanted to show that these are quesadillas. So they are a Salvadorian dessert. So it's a sweet bread. So it's not like the quesadillas that you will find in a Mexican restaurant. These are Salvadorian quesadillas. So it's a sweet bread made with cheese and rice flour.